It's summertime and it is beautiful in Southern California, so that means lots of beach trips. Today I'm going to show you guys how I introduce this little one to new things. If you know her at all, she's a 2-year-old horse, so she hasn't been around a lot of places. So let's take her to the beach today and see what she does. I think that she really loves water. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think she is. Storm hates water, so she's very difficult in places like this. But B absolutely loves to play in her water trough at home and in the pasture. She will literally just stick her whole leg in it and just play the entire time. So I think she's gonna go in first try, but with baby horses, you just gotta introduce them to new things slowly. Some people like to just hop on and ride. I personally don't like dying, so I'm gonna just hand walk her in, and ideally, if she will, I'd love to see if she'll full on swim, which is gonna suck for me because it's kind of cold. But if I can get her to really actually go in and swim, I'd love to see if she will. But like I said, horses can get kind of disoriented by moving water. She's never seen moving water like this. All I've ever seen her do is really play in her water troughs. So, okay. And this is why I don't get on them first time getting in, because if you just saw her flinch like that, she could have easily just fleed with me on her back. She's still not super comfortable being ridden. She's doing great, and she's a good girl. Yeah, super easy. With a baby and it being at the beach, I'm gonna try real hard to keep my toes out of the way. And you're gonna constantly see me with my hand on her neck to make sure that she's keeping a full-on distance away from me, because I don't want her to step on my toes. Storm is very aware of my spatial bubble. Jubilee is still such a baby, and she will try to run me over because I'm her comfort person. I'm the one that she's going to go to when she starts to get nervous. She's gonna be like a puppy and run to me scared. So I'm just gonna make sure she stays off of my toes and I don't break a toe today. But I mean, she's just so easy. There are people rowing boats out there and she minds a little bit. She's not doing anything dangerous or bad. She's just being very looky. I'm gonna see if I can get her going deeper. She got a little nervous there because she started to drop, but it wasn't bad. I'm gonna see if I can get her going a little further. She's just being real looky with the paddle boarders and stuff. She gets real nervous when it gets kind of deep, but I'm really hoping I can get her all the way in. I'm gonna let these paddle boarders pass by. I think it's super important to expose them at this young of an age to literally everything that you possibly can. I think they just take to it a lot better than when they're older. People high up in the rodeo industry with the calmest horses, when you ask them how they got their horse so calm, they literally started hauling them out to races as babies, just being tied to the trailer and just exposing them to everything. So that's my goal, that's my plan. I want her to be just a solid horse who can do anything and everything, and not just a barrel horse, not just a horse whose mind is always on barrel racing. She for sure does not love getting that deep, but she has so much try. Storm, I could not even slightly get her in that deep if I was pulling and whipping her. But Jubilee, she's trying real hard. She's trying to be brave, but there's a lot of stuff touching her legs over here, and so I think she just gets a little nervous. Good girl, there you go. It'd be a lot easier to ride her, and I might try, but she's just so unpredictable at this age. I really think that if I did, she would not listen to any cues and she would just take right back off to the trailer. Hey. But she really enjoys the water comparatively to Storm, who hates water. Thank you. I think I should just try to hop on her and see what she does. Oh. You want me to jump on you? Can I jump on you? I'm like really nervous that she's just gonna take off. Oh. Oh, don't bite me. Okay. Oh, she's slippery. Nope. Oh. She's immediately going to the trailer. She's being a little bit disrespectful, so I'm just trying to get her to stand and not be all crazy, because while I get that she's nervous and this is a new experience, I still also want her mind there of listen. So I'm gonna, if she's like gonna be super disrespectful, I'm gonna lunge her. So I'm gonna see what she does now. Because right there, I did not like that behavior. Good girl. Oh, now I'm swimming. Good girl. Make sure I'm in my shirt. See right there where she was like super strong on me? Because where I do want her to have fun, I also don't want her to be rude like that. So I don't want her to like regress just because she's nervous. I need her to learn and understand that she should lean on me, but not in a disrespectful way. She should be looking to me to see what I'm doing, but not trying to flee, if that makes sense. Hey, 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 hey. But she definitely doesn't get nervous going back out, which is nice and a really good thing. I think over time I could actually like ride her and swim on her, which is my goal. Good girl. Hey. She put her whole face under the water. Did you see her whole face go under? So right now she's being like just so much that I am gonna lunge her real quick because I need her mind to get right to the back to the right place. Come on. Thank you. I kind of, when I do stuff like this and I want their mind to be back to me, some people are probably gonna comment like, oh, you need a longer lunge line. And no, because if I let her go on a longer lunge line right now, she's gonna go absolutely bananas and she's gonna go crazy and start bucking and try to take off, and I'd be lucky to be able to hold it. So at least if I'm here, I can kind of anticipate and see that she's about to be a little shit and really kind of hold, like right there. If I see it, I can ask her to come back and ask her to back up. And today she's just being like really strong in the face. So I'm really gonna kind of emphasize asking her to back up and get out of my space, because she knows that she's not supposed to be in my space. And so I need her to remember, and sometimes when you take them places like this where I don't want it to be a lot of work, but it will be work if you're not gonna act right. If you're gonna be crazy and all up in my business, then you're probably gonna have to work a little. Back up. And even here, like, she's just like not wanting to move backwards. And I need her to get in the headspace of if I ask you to back up off of me, you better back up off of me. And then we'll try it again in the water. And that is not okay. And kind of the correction I did there, you'll see that I really made her understand that her back end better be very far away from me, because where she just tried to kick me, her back end shouldn't have been anywhere near my body. So if I'm here and I ask you to move your back end, just your back end, like I'm not pulling her face at all, she should completely circle around me on her front end. And so that was not okay behavior. And I understand that this is a new place, this is a lot. But no matter where I am, I'm not gonna take any kind of disrespectful behavior. I don't care how old you are. I don't care that this is a new place. Oh. And all this stuff she knows very well at home. So this is just the importance of taking a baby with you, because they like to act a little crazy in new places, and that's totally fine. And not all of them do. Some of them act like seasoned pros. Nope. And I always start out by asking nicely. And she's moving a little bit, but she's still, her mind is everywhere but me. And so I need her, when she's in the water, to hear that jangle and understand I need to back up a step or two. Like, this is not okay. So I just need her just a little more focused on me. Not so focused on everything else around her. Nope. So I'm gonna ask her to yield her hindquarters a bunch. And then I'm gonna actually like physically ask her to back up. And if she moves a little slow, I'm gonna give her a little tap. And some people don't like to see it, but she's a big animal. If you let them get away with a lot, they can get very dangerous very quickly. And so they need to learn from a very young age to be very respectful. So now we'll go back into the water. Try to make sure she stays out of my personal private bubble. And she's such a good girl. Like, she just walks in like an old pro with water. It's just in the water, she's just a little disrespectful. You can already see, like, I already got such a big personality shift. And now I got her more using that thinking side of her brain and not just her crazy side. There's a lot of things for her to look at here, and that's okay. She can look, she just can't react. All right, come on. I think my biggest fault with training Storm was that from a young age like this, I let her get away with a lot of this. And I got a very disrespectful horse who basically only I can handle and manage at this point. And even if she goes to like other trainers, it wouldn't make a difference. So I learned my lesson. I'm gonna do better with this one. And she's gonna have a little more respect for people. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming back to my page. I hope you had fun watching me trying to get my young horse seasoned, kind of ish, and be comfortable with all of her surroundings and really what it's like to take out a really young baby, and they are giant disrespectful toddlers. So it's fun, it's fun, we love it. But I hope you learned something, and I hope you go on an adventure with your baby, and I hope you have a good one. Bye.